So friends, it's a proud privilege for me now to invite Shri Anjum Parwez, IAS, Managing Director, Bengaluru Metro Rail Corporation. Mr. Parwez hails from Patna. He has passed out from IIT Delhi and joined the IAS in 1994. He's a senior IAS officer and has worked as Principal Secretary in Transport Department and Principal Secretary in the Department of Information and Public Relations. So friends, let's greet Mr. Parwez with a huge round of applause, and thank you, Mr. Anjum Parwez, for being present today.
Very good morning, friends. When I was coming, I was thinking that why this conference have been started at 9 o'clock in the morning, because generally the conference just starts at 10 o'clock in the morning, but I realized that this is Bangalore. And it is always easy to travel in the morning and the evening. Evening, when I mean it's like after 9:30 or 10 o'clock. If you are caught between the peak hour, you are finished, which happened with me also. We always say that Bangalore is the best city, at least in India. I can't say about the world. Maybe that after some time it may be one of the best city in the world also. And the very good things about Bangalore, we always praise Bangalore. But an extremely important thing for we praise Bangalore is the traffic jam of Bangalore. Okay, so I don't know, most of you might have come across that thing. And Jose, if I exceed my limit of time, please don't shout at me. You can always edit the video and make it to 9 minutes, okay? Now, very thrilling and really very exciting presentation. And when I was sitting there, I was not able to understand that which era I'm sitting at. And my memories goes back to my college days when I was doing my BTech from IIT Delhi. And in the third year, we were studying the digital electronics and integrated chip and all those things. I never imagined that these things which we are studying right now, I never got the opportunity to work on those technologies, but I can see the result of those technologies. And amazing, like just over a period of 25 to 30 years, we have just gone from nowhere to what we are looking right now, that you have a driverless car, and then it always reminds of Alexa. Alexa, do this thing, Alexa, do that thing. So we can only say that, Alexa, please bring my car to the lobby, and the car will come there. Exciting. See, friends, there are four more important factors which are changing the life of the people on the earth. Not only people, like the animals and the forest and everything, and the way we are interacting with the people, the way our future is lying. I always say that climate change is the most important. So I'm very happy that whatever we are talking today, it's all somehow related to the environment, a lot of things about the sustainability and all those things. Other important thing is the demographic changes. So maybe that we are truly converting into a global village. And if you are sitting in a city of Bangalore, I'm very happy and proud to tell you that the Bangalore city is only city in the country where the local population is less than the people who have settled here from outside, mostly from north or from Andhra side and all those things. Then globalization, and then of course the urbanization, we are seeing what is happening. But you know, the unfortunate part is that in our country, urbanization was one thing which was neglected for many, many years. In fact, we started talking about the urban affairs only in 90s, when the economy started opening up. At that point of time, we suddenly realized that, oh, something different is happening in the urban area. And for the last 30, 35 years, we are just chasing the requirement of the infrastructure in the city. And I still remember I joined service in 1995, when at that point of time, talking about urban area was considered to be a sin in the bureaucracy. And you were labeled as something that, oh, you want people to leave the villages and come to the urban areas. But unfortunately, we could not stop them there, which is not possible also. And you will not believe that in our country today, in India, we have more than 8,500 urban habitats. So we can imagine the pace at which we are increasing, like very soon, the Karnataka is going to have 50% of the population living in the urban areas. Tamil Nadu is the most urbanized state, and then, of course, we have Maharashtra, and then Karnataka is at number 3 or 4. And I always say that urban affairs are becoming more and more important for two reasons. One reason is that there is a lot of demand from the people for the infrastructure, whether it is road, water supply, or UGD. But another very important thing is happening, which we seldom talk about that thing. As the population of the urban area is increasing, the number of elected representatives from the urban area is also increasing. So if you see today, in Karnataka, 28 MLAs are from Bangalore. So you can imagine the power of Bangalore city. And this is happening at every level. So even the elected representative, which were more earlier focused on the rural area, they have started focusing on the urban area. And that's good for the urban areas. And there are multiple issues involved in the in the urban sector. And I'm very fortunate that majority of these sectors I have worked, like I have worked in the water supply, I have worked as Principal Secretary Urban Development, Commissioner Municipal Administration, I worked as Managing Director of BMTC, and then finally I have landed, people always say, Anjum, you have moved from a bus driver to a train driver. Okay. So that's the elevation I have got. And this is the era of a smart city, and I had an opportunity to work with a smart city as Principal Secretary for 3 years. I was heading the Smart Cities mission of Bangalore, and I'm very happy and proud to share with you that many of the cities in Bangalore, not on Bangalore, the Karnataka, they are doing really good. See, Bangalore is such a vast city that if you spend 1,000 crore rupees in the name of a smart cities, you cannot see the effect. But if you want to really see the effect of the smart city, you should go to the smaller cities like Tumkur, Hubli, Dharwad, Mangalore. There you will see that how the smart city mission is changing the life of the people. And the use of ICT is extremely important. What we are talking about, it is all use of ICT that we are talking about. And it was, the purpose was that to improve the quality of life. The whole purpose of a smart city, there's a lot of confusion in the beginning, what is this a smart city is all about, but gradually we realized that it is basically about improving the service delivery, reducing the cost, improving the quality of life in the cities, and most importantly, reducing the environmental or say carbon footprint in the city. That was very important. And we talk about the number of growth of vehicles in our country, in our urban areas, but to be very frank with you, except Delhi, which has done some effort to reduce the number of vehicles in the city, no other state has made, sorry, all the auto manufacturers here, I'm talking against your interest. But I can tell you that except Delhi, no other city in our country has made an effort how to reduce the number of four-wheelers or the two-wheelers in the city. But yes, at the same time, we are focusing on the mass mobility, which is a sustainable mode of putting people from two-wheeler to the mass transport. And that effort the government is doing in a big way. In fact, you will be surprised to, oh, one second. Can you just correct? So you'll be surprised to know that in a city like Bangalore, we have a total number of accidents of 5,500 is the number of accidents in. Now this is the condition of the city. I just put one photograph to show that how our city look, especially at 9:30 to 10:30 in the morning and the 7:30 to 8:30 in the night. This is the condition of our cities. And 750 is the number of death happening in Bangalore city. It's a figure which nobody can believe it. And Bangalore is one city where 43% of the greenhouse gases emission is coming from the transport sector, and they are the major contributor of pollution what is happening in the city. And the things are becoming alarming and alarming. Like today we talk about what is happening in Delhi, but I know pretty sure that that is the future of Bangalore in the coming time, if we are not able to improve on what we are doing as of now. Now, We have all assembled here to talk about the future mobility, and when we talk about the future mobility, there are a lot of things. One thing which we saw that how to promote the auto thing, whether it is a two-wheeler or three-wheeler or the four-wheeler. At the same time, we have to talk about mass transport also. So what we need basically that after going through all these things, that we need a mode of transport which is affordable, which is a green mode of transport, which is very, very mass kind of thing where people are moving in very, very large number. It should be safe, it should be very, very quick, and it should be secured. So this is the model that we are looking for, and I'm very happy to share with you that only one mode of transportation which fulfills all these criteria is the metro. I'm not saying just because I'm working as MD Metro, because when I was working as MD BMTC, I used to have a lot of debate at that point of time with Mr. Shri. He was the managing director of Metro. So, and my point used to be at that point of time, I used to say that, Shri, sir, you are getting 30,000 crore to put Metro in Bangalore. You give me just 1,000 crore for the next 5 years. I will run the air-conditioned buses in the city of Bangalore, and we don't need a metro system here. So, but these are all the matter of debate, but everybody has to sustain in that. So one thing is very, very clear that as I say that metro has emerged as the lifeline of urban areas. And I always say that metro is not mode of transportation, metro is a way of life. So when the metro comes in the city in the full-fledged network, which I will tell you that how the Bangalore is going to come in the near future, this has emerged as the lifeline of the urban area, not in our cities only, like overall world, if you'll see 215 million people are using metro every day. That's a massive, massive number. And in the entire world, more than 200 cities have full-fledged metro system. And I'm very happy to share with you that the similar kind of things are happening in India also. May not be metro. We are focusing now on metro light. We are focusing neo metro. We are focusing, but these are all a mode of transportation which is happening. And the footfall is increasing at the rate of 8 to 10%. So this is like one of the industry where the growth is very, very high. And I'm very happy to share with you that Delhi has come in the top 10 metros of the world. And very soon, the Bangalore is going to follow the suit. So maybe by 2024, we'll be in the top 10 metro network of the world. Now, I'll just give a brief of what has happened in India. So, as I told you that in India, it is picking up very, very fast, and the urban network has increased from 81 kilometer in 2006 to 700 kilometer in 2020, and the target is that by the year end 2021, we should have at least 1,000 kilometer of metro network, and every cities have been given a target. I have also been given a target that I should reach at least 90 kilometer of the metro network by December 2022, which I feel that I will be able to do. But this is expected to reach to 1,700 across 50 cities in the next 5 years. So you can imagine that what is the growth of the metro which is happening in our city. And this is the graph which I would like to see that they're the important figures, and you can see the graph at which rate it is going. Now, this is the network of Bangalore, and as far as the BMRCL is concerned, BMRCL has a very, very humble beginning, and our father or mother, I can say, is the Delhi Metro, because they were the people who hand-holded us in the beginning, because right now we were not having much of the expertise in that, and it's a very young organization, BMRCL, just incorporated in 2010. And we started with a very, very small network of 42.3 kilometer, which we completed by 2017. We have completed it. And after that, then we have two corridors, that's called East and West corridor and North and South corridor. And then we moved to the phase 2, which is the ongoing phase which is happening right now. So this phase 2, it's about length is 75.1 kilometer with 61 stations, and 61.3 kilometer is the total elevated section with 49 stations. So a lot of stations are going to come up. 13.8 is the underground, which you must be seeing from the Dairy Circle up to Nagwara. That is one route which is coming underground, and the total cost is 30,000 crore. Now, one thing I would like to share with you, that there is a beauty of metro infrastructure project. So it's not like a road project or anything else, where you start your project and then run around for the money here and there. Metro is one project not only in Bangalore, but in all the city. Whenever it is sanctioned with the full linkage with the finances. So unless the financial closure is shown as a part of the DPR itself, the project is not going to be approved. And because of that reason, we never have shortage of money. So once it is 30,000 crore sanction, means sanction. Now it all depends on the Bangalore Metro and the contractors who are working with us to decide that in which direction we are going. If you see phase 2A and 2B, this project was sanctioned by Government of India recently. In this we popularly call it as a airport road, which starts from the Central Silk Board and it goes to KR Puram, and from KR Puram to the airport. And I am very happy to share with you, many of you must have seen, and if you are working on the outer ring road, the life has become very miserable because 2 lanes I have taken from the metro side, and there is a lot of debate is going on. I don't know how many people you have seen those survey and all those things, whether the bus priority lane should be there or it should be just removed for the time being till the metro is completed, whether the cycling lane should be there. These are very, very conflicting kind of ideas on which the debate is coming. There are people for it also, but there are people who are opposed to it also. That I will leave it to you. But 2 lane I have taken until 2024. I am not going to leave those 2 lanes. So, but once those part of phase 2A and 2B is completed, then the life is going to be real fun on for the people who are living in the HSR layout or the BTM layout or the JP Nagar or the KR Puram side. Fantastic life they are going to have. And with this 2024, I'll be reaching a target of 175 kilometer of network in Bangalore, and that is the time when I'll become the second largest in India, and maybe that one among the top 10 in the world. Now, this is a complete network which is going to be completed by 2024, but one line which we are not showing here is the recent announcement. I don't know how many of you are aware that in the last budget, Chief Minister has announced one more route, and that is going to be another game changer route, which is starting from the Sarjapur village, and it will come up to Iblur, and from Iblur it will go to Kormangla, it will go towards Forum, it will go towards Nimhans, it will cover the entire stretch of the that Lalbagh area, then it will come near the Kaveri Junction, not out, it will be all underground, and the Kaveri Junction, take a left turn to the Palace Road, Mekri Circle, and it will be joining Hebbal. And I am very happy to share with you that Hebbal will have 3 metro stations. So the one station for the metro which is coming from the right side of the ring road, another from the left side, and another which is coming right in the center. And that is going to be the place to see like 3 metro stations connected with each other as a seamless connectivity, and from there you can happily go to the metro to airport, directly entering into Terminal 2. Now, there is a lot of technology advancement. I will not focus much on that because the time is the essence of any project, and you might have seen, or you will see that in phase 2A, which is coming on the outer ring road, we are going to use the 30-meter pre-casted U-gutter, and that is going to reduce my time by 50%. So that means that the whole 30-meter length or 28-meter length is pre-casted in the yard by pre-stressing it, and the one fine night it will come. In fact, I started the work of 2A and 2B, and out of the sheer enthusiasm to complete this project very early, we started working day and night, 24 hours. And after 1 week, I started getting call from different people, mostly my colleagues who have retired, and they started calling, Anjum, what nonsense is this? 11 o'clock, your work is going on, we are not able to sleep, children are not able to study and all. Then I realized that, okay, we have to maintain a balance in our society, in our work and all those things. So now we have stopped working in the night. So 10 o'clock we stop, but wherever we get the opportunity, we try to utilize that time also. Now, one thing which we are talking and we are doing a lot in our new project is the multimodal connectivity. And if you see the design of the new metro stations which are coming, and if you compare with the old, there's a huge difference. So in old, you don't have a bay on both sides of the metro stations. But all the new metro stations which are coming, you have bay on both sides, left-hand side as well as right-hand side. And the purpose is that the buses should reach right up to the metro station. And every metro station should evolve as a hub for multimodal integration, where a person can go by two-wheeler, can go by three-wheeler, or can go by its own car. Now, when we talk about the technology, there is a tremendous opportunity for, these are technology which we have utilized in our train operation. One is the SCADA, which is like utilizing the data from the different sensors and then analyzing it and taking decisions based on that. But I was surprised to know that before I was not knowing that now in Metro Bangalore, we are moving to a signaling system where I can run the metro train with a heading time of just 90 seconds. So at a 90-second frequency, I can run the train. Right now, I am not able to reduce below 5 minutes. But as the growth is happening, more and more people are going to travel on the train, on the metro, and then we have to. So we have changed the complete signaling system. We are changing so that we can run the train with a headway of 90 seconds. And not only that, we are moving into the technology of the driver-free driving also. Although I'm not in that favor because it cuts down on the employment opportunity in our country, which is a major debate going on, whether so much of modernization and the IT use should happen or not happen. But anyway, that's a matter of separate debate, but that facility is going to be there. But these are all these things, I will not go into reading of these things, okay? And now, the few things which I would like to share with you that we are going to come up with the National Common Mobility Card. And this one National Common Mobility Card is going to be the game changer. It is a dream of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. And the Urban Development Department has taken it a big way. And I'm very happy to share with you that the Bangalore Metro is ready with the Common Mobility Card. In fact, all my old gates as well as the new gates are which are coming in the new metro station, they are all enabled with the Common Mobility Card, and we are going to come up with a QR system also. And there the Citility people, in fact, they met me 2 days back, and I told them that whatever support you want from BMRCL, we are going to provide that support. Because one thing I believe that this city is the city of innovation. And if you see the startups number in terms of percentage, this city is at number 1. And if we don't support them, then who will support them? Okay. So our policy is very, very clear that whosoever, like irrespective of starters who are coming, we are full-fledgedly going to support them. Now, another very important thing of Bangalore Metro, I will just take not much more than 5 or 7 minutes, okay? Because I want to give you the overall picture of Bangalore Metro. Otherwise, there are so many people who have come here, they should understand what Metro is doing. Now, there is one very unique feature of Bangalore Metro that we are making corporators as a part of the Bangalore Metro. And in fact, whenever we go to the center asking money for the metro extension, they always say that, look, you people only ask money and money. Why don't you do something to generate your own resources? And this is extremely important that we are now talking with all the tech parks, IT tech parks, as well as the big apartments which are coming on the outer ring road or the airport road or the electronic city, that be our partner. And many of the companies are sitting here. I'll request you also, if you're interested, that if you want a direct connectivity from the metro station to your campus, directly from the concourse area, you have to just spend 10 crore rupees. Yeah? It's not big amount, okay? And you can make a beautiful footover bridge, which Infosys Foundation is doing. They are doing almost 700-meter FOB and direct connection from the concourse level. And if you really want to promote your company in Bangalore, the best thing is to name the metro station at your company name, okay? So the boss can name as one of the station as the boss station, Infosys can mention as Infosys station, and the charges are very, very Nominal, it is just 65 crore, not much for a big company like you, okay? And, and, and if you want to go beyond that, if you want to have an advertisement right inside my metro station, that is also possible. That is about 25 crore, and these are all for 30 years. If you divide by 30, it's peanuts for you people, okay? So I'm just sharing with you that this is the package which we are giving, and I'm very happy that a lot of companies are coming. Infosys has already signed the agreement, Biocon has signed the agreement, Embassy has signed the agreement. We are going to sign the agreement for Bagmane Tech Park. I don't know how many people of you are aware that Bagmane is going to start a monorail inside their campus, which is almost about 2.5 kilometers, and they are going to run the mono rail connecting two metro stations on two sides of their campus. And they are going to spend more than, I think he was telling that 350 crore they are going to spend on. So that's the future of the city, that everybody wants a direct access to the metro station, and that is going to be the game changer, maybe that it will reduce the number of traffics. Now another thing which we are, since we are talking about e-mobility, I want to stress on this electric vehicle charging stations. And metro, we are the first organization, I am very happy to share with you that we have a very, very transparent policy for providing a space to any startups or any company if you want to set up an electric vehicle charging station. But it is first come, first serve, okay? And if I have already given a particular metro station to a particular company, I cannot give it to another company, because this is the era of competition. I don't want companies fighting with each other and ultimately nobody surviving. Okay, so the whole idea is that you saturate the entire thing, and I'm very happy that many companies like Metro Ride, Sanic Food, Arthur, then our Bounce, then Honda, they have all taken spaces and the electric charging station is ready. But I'm a big promoter of swapping stations, because it's very, very fast, and I'm very happy that nowadays the battery design is getting standardized. So similar kind of battery is going to be used in all kind of vehicles. So we are promoting the EV charging facility in a very, very big way, and many people are approaching us. Then we have many innovation initiatives which we have tried to, I think I should leave this booklet, it is creating the whole problem, okay. Now, see, the one thing is that feeder services. So whenever we talk about the metro train, on its own it's not successful unless we try to integrate the last mile and the first mile connectivity. And I am very happy that many companies are sitting here who are working on the last mile and first mile connectivity. And at one point of time, the BMTC and the metro, we were seen as the rival agencies. Rival agency that we are, the more the metro grow, the BMTC will go down. But that's not the situation. The only thing is that the BMTC has to modify its operation, and they are working on that. So they have already called 95 feeder buses which are going to run on feeder services. Then one more thing we are going to do in that all the metro station, we are going to put the display showing that where the buses are available and what time the buses are available, because when the people are coming to a metro station, they should know that which side to go. We are also putting the neighborhood map at the metro station. Parking facility is coming in a big way, and dedicated auto service from metro stations. A lot of people are coming, and the metro ride is now these things are very good enough to very good to talk about. But if you want to really increase, as I told you, that we have a major challenge, and that challenge can be solved only by the people who are sitting here, like the seamless integration either through the mobile, what Citylity was talking about, or the kind of scooters that you are going to bring in the market, the kind of three-wheelers that you are going to bring in the city. So the whole idea is that at least within 5 kilometers, people should be able to travel up to the metro by their own vehicle and then come to the metro and go to their working station. Now, another very important thing which we are talking about the first and last mile connectivity. If you say that 24% people, they don't use the metro because they don't have the facility of the last mile and the first mile connectivity. And if we can provide that thing, the ridership is going to increase tremendously. Now, one more thing which we are doing, because see, nothing runs in isolation. So I always say that urban planning, urban mobility planning, your transport planning, your building bylaws, these are all integrated. And unless we integrate in a systematic fashion, focused on certain ideas, it is not going to work. So we are going to come up with a transit-oriented policy, TOD policy. Very shortly it is going to come, where we are going for a heavy densification of the corridor where the metro is going, where the K ride is going in future, and first up to 500 meter on both sides of the metro, your FAR is going to be almost 4 or 4 plus, and beyond that up to 1 kilometer we are going to have a FAR of more than 3. In addition to that, we are coming with the premium FAR concept. So if you want to go further, so we are moving in a densification in a big way, so that you are living near the metro, you are working near the metro. So that is another important thing that we are doing. There are a lot of other measures are there, and these are the future which we are talking about, which I put a few points. And one of the things is that the K ride is going to come. It's basically the suburban rail which is going to come in Bangalore city and outside Bangalore city. And we are trying to provide a seamless connectivity between Bangalore Metro, the suburban railway, the Indian Railway, the BMTC bus depot, the KSRTC bus depot, and very shortly we are going to start the prepaid auto service from the metro station. So we want to be a partner in this last mile and the first mile connectivity. And of course, like I was just attending one conference 2 days back, and there was one person from Siemens who was giving the presentation, and he talked about the smart infrastructure. And I was really, it was an eye opener for me that so many things can be done with the help of ICT in metro also. And he was talking about how you can control the speed of the escalator in the metro station, so that when your train is approaching, increase the speed of your escalator, so that the more and more people will be able to catch that train. And when the metro passes, then you can reduce the speed so that people can walk leisurely. And this can be, and it's such a simple idea which is possible. It's just the integration of the data from different points. And he was talking so many innovations, and I realized that yes, it's very correct that we can have a talking infrastructure. So I call it the talking infrastructure. It is talking with the system, and it is also providing the information to the people. We can share data with a lot of people who can do a lot of innovations. And last thing, I will say that we always get the blame that the metro is cutting lot of trees and finishing the greenery of the Bangalore city. I would like to share with you that that is now not our intention at all. We don't cut even a single tree which is not required for us. And thanks to Honorable High Court, now we have such a systematic system that it ultimately goes to the High Court, and the High Court looks at the report of the technical committee whether the trees which we are going to cut is okay or not, or unnecessarily we are cutting the tree. But keep in mind that for every one tree which we cut, we plant 10 trees. And almost 30 to 35% of the trees we don't cut, we do the translocation. And it's a very tedious process. Translocation is a 3-month process. We have to prepare the root, we have to trim the branches and all those things, and then mostly it is translocated at the government land or defense land. If you want to get planted in your campus also, we are ready for that. You can approach us and we can simply lift the tree from the outer ring road and put in your campus. You can be a part of the green effort of Bangalore. Now this is in phase 1, we planted 21,600 trees. In phase 2, we planted 38,400 trees, and then phase 2 and 2B together we are going to plant almost about 60,000 trees that we are going to plant. And yes, we have cut trees, 6,000 trees we have cut in Bangalore for the metro, but we have planted 60,000 tree, and it's widespread. And the condition of the High Court is that all this plantation has to happen in the Bangalore city. We cannot go outside the Bangalore city. Tremendous opportunity for all the companies who are sitting here, because a lot of works are going to come up in the metro. My total target is that by 2031, Bangalore should have a network of 317 kilometers of the network, and it will be a seamless connectivity. You can move from any part of the city to any part of the city, and we are going to have a lot of opportunities in the civil construction, in the signaling, in the ICT, in the e-mobility. Every kind of activity the companies which are sitting here, they will be able to utilize these infrastructure creation, and any of you are most welcome to Bangalore Metro. At least I have a very open door policy. You can walk in at any point of time. You can discuss about your solutions, your product, and definitely if it is useful for Bangalore city and cost effective and saving my cost, definitely I'll go with you. And I would like to thank the German Council peoples to organizing this event. The India and Germany has a very strong bondage. I saw that Namaskara, one hand India and one hand Germany, wonderful artwork. And I was in Germany for about 10 days for one of the conference. I have gone there in the capacity as a smart city conclave of urban local bodies. Wonderful city, and let us hope that the Bangalore also becomes like Frankfurt, and you all have to contribute to that. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I have exceeded my time, but very sorry for that because I wanted to give a complete picture of the metro. Thank you very much. Not now, let me first finish and then we can have questions.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Parwez. I think an excellent presentation, a very detailed presentation, and compliments to you for all the good work you are doing and also the multiple challenges you are handling, Mr. Parwez.